more on shortcuts that makes your work faster in Figma. Alright? Alright. Let me see. If you watched my previous video where I introduced you to 15 of those shortcuts, the very basic ones, the one you would use, every day, every time you are designing. Now I want to show you some other ones. And let's say this particular profile card, you would like to copy as a PNG, as an image. You know, Ctrl C is to copy, right? But now you want to copy as an image, so Ctrl Shift C. It will copy this as an image for you. And let's say, for example, remote.pg. That is an example. You can Ctrl V. Can you see? So it actually copied it as an image from Figma and pasted. You can paste it wherever it is you want to paste it to. That is shortcut number 1. For shortcut 2, if you would like to select a direct link, so for example, this is a Figma file, and I can decide to come here, click on share, copy link, but this link is going to copy the link for all of the file. Now if you want to share this particular frame to someone, you will Ctrl L, but this only works well on the application itself. I'm currently using the web Figma, and yeah, you can see that it took me to the link, but yeah, you can now Ctrl C here. If you were to be on the app, all you just need to do is Ctrl L and you will copy the direct link. So once you maybe paste anywhere, if that person clicks on it, it will bring them directly to this card. Do you get? So compared to when you just share and copy link and it takes you to the old file, this one will bring it directly to this frame. Yeah. So then the next one is, let's say I'm trying to get so the next one is when you click on Alt and drag, can you see that the mouse into, so instead of Ctrl D, you can use your Alt key on your keyboard and drag on this file while holding down on Alt to duplicate a particular thing. So if I click on this thing, remember now I'm clicking on just the detail frame. I click on Alt on my keyboard and I drag it down. Can you see? It copied only this. Now if you want to select something like from this frame, you click down on Control and select. Click down on Control and select. It's going to select that thing that you want to select. So if you're now selecting more than one, you have to hold down on Control, then also hold down on Shift and begin to select. Begin to select. Can you see that? So you can do this anywhere, and you can now hold Alt and bring it out. But you really do not need this. This is just to learn that particular thing. Then the next one, let me get my icon. So if I right click and I select plugin, wow, let me say Iconify, select Iconify, select Iconify, arrow, let me say I select on this arrow, I drag it down into this frame. So now we'll have this arrow, but this is not the arrow I want. I want to make it let's say I change it to 90%, but I don't want it to face the left, I want it to face the right. I will shift H. Did you see that? So shift H will flip whatever it is that you have in the opposite direction. So for this image, if I shift H, can you see that it flipped it to the other side? Yeah. Then shift V will do that for the vertical axis. So shift H will flip horizontally, shift V will flip vertically. Then okay, now I want to pick another icon. Instead of right clicking and doing all of those stuff, I'll just Control Alt P. So Control Alt P is to open up the plugin, the recent plugin I just used. So now I can say delete, and I can select the delete icon, bring it in. So selecting both, leaving it at 8. Then I will now select this spots. I'm just playing around though. Then I give it a spacing of, instead of 8, give it a spacing of auto. We're playing around with our auto layout. If you watched my video on auto layout, that's where we got this card from. So with that setting I just did, I can expand this card. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? Well, if I want this thing to stick to, if I want to just stick to, like, give it enough space. If I wanted to give it enough space, and I'm bringing this like this, I want this much space to be there. I'm going to leave it this way, and so can you see? Just closes up the gap. Well, that's just by the way. Now, yeah, I think those are just basic. Those are basic shortcuts. But then let me show you where you can get most of these shortcuts from. If you click on this, can you see this question mark icon that is on the right and on the properties panel? Click on it and click on keyboard shortcuts. You can also do Ctrl Shift question mark. You are going to get a lot of shortcuts that you can use. If you are able to master any of them from here, wow, trust me, it's gonna be awesome. But should I tell you that since I've known about this place where we have all of the shortcuts documented, it is harder to start like picking up one by one. And then, I mean, it depends, you can pick up one or two, but my major point is that you need to practice it. I mean, the way you've listened to me in this video, the way you've watched me use it, you should also practice it, and that way you get used to it. Because you don't want to be coming here one by one to come and be learning, or to cram all of the shortcuts. But if you are able to do that, if you go to view, you'll see shortcuts on viewing. If you go to zoom, you'll see plenty shortcuts on zooming on your keyboard. If you go to text, to shape, to selection, to cursor, to edit, let's copy, Ctrl C, Ctrl X, Ctrl V, Ctrl Shift R, Ctrl Shift V, duplicate, rename, yeah, and so on and so forth. So this is where you can, if there's any other thing you are trying to look for, you can come here and search for the shortcuts. Thank you. Bye. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if this has been helpful. Thank you very much.